I kind of feel sorry for people that do. You know, the people out there with the Honda Civics that, just have. They just have the insane and craven urge to not just have a car, mind you, but to have, you know, the loud and proud Honda Civic. It's a Honda Civic though. It's just it is the world's second most popular car. It's not even a Corolla, which is like the global standard when it comes to car. It's Civic. It's like the Corolla. It's standard. It works well. It's reliable. It's functional. But it is, it's like the loud, annoying little brother of the Corolla. But this is nothing like that here. As you can see, I have a perfectly normal looking computer desktop. It even looks kind of like a desktop. For a background, I have the state flag of Minnesota. You know, people tend to do that. They put flags as their desktop. And then, you have the Star of the North here, but here I put a clock. But actually, I'm going to put that on my third monitor over there. That also happens to be a TV. And over here, there's just a normal-looking desk calendar beneath already the date and the time. But, taking this and typing it out might take a little effort. So, I just decided I'll have this here and this here so that I can not just see the date and the time, but I can also feel the date and the time. But, because of the redundancy, I'm actually going to move those over to the TV when I am done filming this. Now, again, perfectly normal, ordinary desktop. You have the power button here. If I click that, it'll shut the computer down, which I don't really want to do right now. And it's not really worth demonstrating either. But then, date, time, of course in ISO 8601, the perfectly normal global standard way to express the time. We all shout the year first whenever we speak the time. Hey, do you know what day it is? Yes, it is 2024! March 28. And then you have this, the weather, in Celsius, in America, where I live, in Minnesota. And it's got the Minneapolis airport because it doesn't have my suburb for some reason, but close enough. I mean, if they get a tornado warning and I don't, or the opposite, I'm sure, there's a weather radio over there, that's fine. And up here, there's this timer, it's running, it's like a progress bar. I just have it there for, the Pomodoro to just get that productionivity. The productionivities, you know? Here's the notifications. It's got not just this computer, but also my phone. And a status icon for OBS, There's a button to restart the computer, way over here, when it should probably be over here. I might change that eventually, and it's telling me it's screencasting. There's media from my phone on my computer, so if I wanted to play it on my phone, I could just hit the play button here, but I'm not going to do that. And volume! I have some of these set to Pro, so it has a separate Pro volume for some reason for some of these. Anyway, devices, by device, by app. Oh good, that's getting my voice. Some Bluetooth stuff. I have a shelf stereo way up there somewhere. Just perfectly normal. Desktop, and the discs, of course. How to do the display. I can get the mouse here and all the. I got the Framework 13 there, and that's a square-looking thing. You can't see that because that's not the main monitor being filmed, and that's just got OBS right over there. Nothing special, but if you go here, the clock, the calendar, just like a normal functional desktop. nothing out of the ordinary, and here is my phone with KDE Connect, and I can just clear the notifications on my phone with my computer, which is something that normal people do all the time. Status stuff up here. I could just look at the top right corner and see the status of everything, like a perfectly normal functioning machine. And down here, as you can see, got the OBS. It says I'm running the OBS, and it's now dented in. So now that is the main window. Normal stuff. I got this home button here, which is the app launcher, which is kind of like the start menu, but not really. It's better. And if I click this, I can peek at the desktop. I got this permanent app button for the web browser, which is LibreWolf, a very, very popular web browser, I assure you. And here's where I access the files. That's the file manager. And here, like, look at this window. Doesn't this look like a perfectly normal window to you? In the year that Christians have bestowed upon us, 2024. Or 12024 if you're a fan of Kurtzku Gaga. And then, of course, a terminal. Just a terminal. You know, you open that terminal. It's like an old computer terminal, but it is within this full computer desktop, if you will. Perfectly normal stuff. And, of course, if I move my head here a little, just like that. Oh, by the way, this auto-hides. It auto-hides what I'm running. So that's Neato Burrito. And let's open the Freedom Wolf of Libre. You notice this looks way different. This looks way different because I don't know why. But it's dark, which is cool. And if I want to, I don't know, look at the weather here. Like, this is the most precise weather in Fahrenheit. And this is the Crystal Airport. It's actually a little closer to where I live, and there's the forecast for where I actually live, which is Maple Grove. And the reason I'm telling you this on YouTube is because I'm just a perfectly normal guy with a perfectly normal desktop running for city council in Maple Grove, Minnesota, which is a perfectly normal place to be. Actually, I think I do know how to get this to work and look consistent with the rest of it. But anyway, I'm going to do an Alt F4. Perfectly normal way to close a window. Something everyone, I'm sure, is familiar with. And look at the calendar. Look at this. Embossed here is the current day. And if I go into the configure... Actually, you know what? Week numbers. Week numbers. So here we are at the 13th out of 52nd week of the year. It is the 28th of March. I'm pretty sure this is ISO as well. 28th of March. Wait a minute. 28th of March. January. Yeah, close enough. Perfectly normal looking desktop. And the timer's still running, and I'm still being productive. I mean, look at that. How can you get much better than that? Okay, let me go back to LibreWolf, the common web browser. Let's open the weather again, and let's go down here once again to this floaty mabobber. That will automatically hide itself, and also if I click on this window and make it the main window, that above thing will hide. And let's see, we have this, what are these down here? Oh yeah, those are virtual desktops, something everyone uses all the time to do their multitasking. So, yeah, the top one I have labeled do. The middle one is labeled doing. The third one is labeled done. Just to make sure I know what I finished. And all the way down here is the fun. That's the fun. Fun. Why is that in fun? Why is everything in fun? I want this all to be in doing. So here on my perfectly normal desktop, I'm going to move that to doing. I'm going to move OBS to doing. There we go. Workflow. Oh, I think I hit a wrong button. But I am done looking at the weather, so there you have it. A perfectly normal, totally not overly riced desktop with KDE and Fedora KDE. A perfectly normal operating system distribution from Linux.
And yeah. This is all on a framework 13. The square monitor is over there. The second monitor is, I'm looking right at it. The second external monitor, that's 16 by 9, so that's how that makes sense. And, a framework 16 is 16 inches, and biologically speaking, that is too big if it is linear and used as a word I'm not going to say on YouTube. And to the right of that, there is an actual TV, and that is used as a third monitor, but that's not really the best use of a TV. That's just there so that I can have these two. You know what, why don't I do that right now in front of your faces? I will just go into edit mode. This calendar will go there, which you can't see anymore, but that is on the third monitor, the tertiary. And I'm going to move the clock away to a monitor that does not have this top bar up here. And then I am going to quickly do a screenshot. And this is what the TV looks like right now. This, how do I just do the one? In post, I'll show you what the TV screenshot looks like. And, there we go. Perfectly normal display, perfectly normal monitor, perfectly normal setup, and on this framework I'm running here. If you're wondering, well, how can I play games on this thing when it doesn't have a GPU? Oh, yes! Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Here, let me just save myself a little effort and backtrack a little on what I just said. Here is what my setup looks like. And, that is a monitor and a Brio 4K webcam. Something everyone telecommuting does. And that is the TV. That's the TV. There we go. That's my wonderful wacky set. Oh, yeah, I forgot here. This picture I'm taking is, actually, I'll make it a video. That is a Thunderbolt 3 cable going into this box thing, and that houses the external GPU, so I can record this all in H.265. H.265, high efficiency video encoding, which is actually awesome for something like this. Oh, yeah. Perfectly normal, perfectly logical setup. /J! Okay. So, this is why I prefer KDE over GNOME. It's why I prefer Linux over Windows. Because with KDE, you can just rice excessively in ways that you can't really do with other machines, and or with other desktop and OS software. Like the combination of KDE and Linux, it's like you can run almost anything now. It wasn't always the case, and with Fedora KDE, you can install any Flatpak you want, any kind of package really. You can do the Flatpak, you can do the snaps. I don't think you can do Debian packages, but you can do RPM, which is a slight improvement over that, and it's perfectly stable right now, and that's pretty much just because of the GPU and its ability to transcode into H.265. I have an NVIDIA. And by the way, I tried using the terminal. Like, I tried doing Control-Alt-T, or I could also click down there when it's not open, and I tried typing in, like, sudo install driver NVIDIA thingy, not the exact terminology, and it looked like it did that. It looked like it put everything in that it was supposed to, but the external GPU didn't actually function the way I wanted it to. That's done. It should have said timer finished there, but it didn't. I'll have to double check that. I mean, no computer system is going to be perfect, but like if I go into Discover here, and I go to Settings, I can just check boxes in Fedora that say RPM non-free NVIDIA driver, and then it has the NVIDIA driver installed. It's there, it's the official one, and that is better than the regular open source. And with an NVIDIA, with the regular stock NVIDIA driver, you can render videos with it, and that's the main reason I have that GPU. I mean, I could play games. It's an RTX 3050. I could play games on it. It's not top of the line, but I don't care. I could play games. I could do a lot of stuff. But really, the main point is to render videos into a better codec, and to do that more quickly, doing. And if I have like a to-do list of tasks to do, I don't have to consult a list all the time. I could just have the stuff I need to do, like say I need to, I don't know, finish my taxes, freetaxusa.com. I can put that in do, and then when I come back to my computer, and go back to do, or Control F1, and this virtual desktop is Control F2, I could just work on the stuff and not have to think about a list, you know. And that's why I love KDE so much. That's why I love Linux so much. That's why I love Fedora so much. This is my machine, and I have made this for me to suit me. And you can't really do that with GNOME. You can't do that with an ordinary Windows. And look at this vaporwave Windows 9X looking thing. Now, I'm a millennial, and the first computer my parents had was running Windows 98 2nd edition, which came out in 1999, right before Windows ME. They dodged a bullet there. And I mean, if you open, let's try a different program. If you open, say, Dolphin, you know, you have this, you have a button here that you can put, if you click that, it'll put the window in all the virtual desktops, but I don't really want to do that. I'll just open Dolphin again, and this looks like regular Windows 9X, and it's not like any laws are being broken, because the patent on this is way past expired. And there's a file menu. I did not want that to go there. Real quick. I want the global menu to be there. Or did I want it there? Was there a reason I wanted that there? Actually, there is, because it's next to the system icons here, the status, the volume, the Bluetooth, and whatnot. And here's where I can go in the application and be like, okay, tools, find, show, help, search. And of course, if I close it, and it's sort of like a Mac, but it's also like Windows, it's like both. Like, I can do whatever I want here. Like, if I click close, or hit Alt F4, and if I go in the other window and close the other one, not the other desktop, the other virtual desktop, and close the other one, or just go to a virtual desktop without it. No, wait, yeah, go to this, close this, it goes away. Maybe it's not a perfectly normal desktop, but it's perfectly good, and I made it custom for me. And I really do believe that more technology should be like this. I'm Macbeth, and I approve this message. And as always, subscribe if you like, and share if you care.